Well, Liam, welcome to Tranmere. I'm sure it's not the result you would have wanted today, but at least you got on the pitch and certainly made an impression, I thought, in that second half.
Yeah, obviously the result being the main thing was disappointing for everyone. It didn't go to plan. We didn't start the game as we would have hoped. I think we did improve, definitely. I'm glad I managed to get out there and show a bit of what I'm about and try and help turn it for us. It wasn't to be today, but I think there was some positives to see out there that we can take into a good week's training and put that result right next week.
What was it like sitting on the bench at the start? You've come in, new club, everyone wants to impress, and then just things didn't go well at all in that first half.
Yeah, obviously you're watching the game to try and see if there are problems, how you might be able to rectify it, where the other team might be a little bit vulnerable. So you're just trying to watch for little signs like that. So that's what I was trying to do, and if I was called upon, where I could sort of maybe have an effect on the game, and just try and implement that really.
It's been a hectic week for you. Does it help being such an experienced player in those sort of situations where you get thrust onto the pitch, sort of early, just after you've arrived, really hardly know your teammates?
Yeah, for sure. I've been at enough clubs where I've been in that situation before when I've gone on loan or permanently, and you've got to be ready to straight away, because if the manager's bringing you in, he's got some faith in you, and you've got to be eager to go and repay some of that faith. So I'm used to that. It's nothing that really fazed me. It was enjoyable to get on even in difficult circumstances, and I'm looking to build on that performance and hopefully help us turn those results into wins.
Close to a debut goal as well. The keeper made a decent save, didn't you? I think he had another shot that was blocked near the line as well in that second half.
Yeah, for sure. Just building those relationships with the boys at the top end of the pitch as well. A couple of times it clicked quite well, and like you say, I could have had a goal or possibly two today. It wasn't to be, but I've just got to make sure I keep getting in those positions and either creating those sort of chances for the boys or being in there to take one that they create for me. So again, there was some positives to take. Not the result we wanted, but definitely something that we'll all learn from, and we're definitely going to be looking to put right.
Using your experience, it's important not to draw too many conclusions so early on in the season as well, isn't it? I mean, League Two is a difficult league, and players need to settle down at new clubs, need to get the formation right, new manager here as well. So it's a transitional place at the moment. Yeah,
for sure. I think football's in a weird spot at the minute. Obviously, with the extended break and normally lads are used to sort of you have your 4 weeks off and you sort of get ready to come back in for pre-season. So to have that amount of time off, and people are just getting used to each other again. There's new players, new managers, and teams starting in new divisions. So yeah, there is going to be a little bit of a hangover sometimes, but obviously we've got to take responsibility as well. We can't use those as excuses. We've got to do better as a group. But yeah, hopefully it's almost maybe a little bit of a good thing that it's happened so early, and we can rectify and make sure that doesn't happen again, because obviously we want to be in the upper echelons of this league.
You mentioned the disruption to the normal routine that football will have. How important is the mental preparation though in these sort of circumstances then?
Yeah, I think it's huge, because obviously we're in a strange time at the minute. There's no fans in the stadiums, and like we say, we had the extended break, and it's unprecedented really. No one's ever had to deal with this sort of thing. So but we've got enough experienced heads in the group, plenty of winners in that group, and good staff, good manager. Today is just let's call it a bad day for us. We've got to make sure there's not too many of them for the rest of the season really.
Just how excited are you by the season to come, as you say, given the strange vacuum that we're playing football in at the moment?
I'm really excited. I'm really glad that I'm here and back playing football again. It's what we all love to do. Obviously we all love to win, that's why we're in the game, so we've got to make sure we're doing that. But it is pleasing just to be back out on the field doing what we all love doing, and I'm looking for more of it. I'm excited. And
then the recent history of Tranmere shows how they've come back. Rovers, as I say, very unlucky to get demoted to League Two this season, but they've gone to non-league, come back again. So there's a real urge, a feeling within the fans that they want to get back in League One again.
For sure, there's a positive feeling around the place. I see on social media the fans have been very welcoming to me personally. The feeling around the group, everyone's looking really positively. Just disappointing today, obviously with the hiccup in our season. Hopefully it's just that, and but it's a really positive place. There's no negativity around. Plenty of experienced guys and young hungry guys as well that are looking to kick on in their careers, so we're going to do all we can to make sure we push on this year.
Tranmere have been a little bit short in the creative areas of the pitch prior to you coming in, but you've already today shown what you're all about. Very early doors with two really good deliveries. So there's quite a bit of responsibility on your shoulders to that end in being that supply line. Is that something that you thrive off, or you know, because it shouldn't all be on one man's shoulders, should it?
No, for sure. I don't think it's all on my shoulders. The games beforehand, I might not have been privy to. You know, I might have had certain situations or certain reasons why there wasn't too many chances created and stuff like that. But I do thrive on that. I found that quite a lot last year. I was looked to be sort of creative for Blackpool. You know, it's not a bad thing. You know, people want to keep getting you the ball to try and do what you do. So, you know, I thrive on that. As long as if that continues, you know, hopefully I'll do well and we can do well as well.
Looks like that's not just all your game though, is it? Distributions. I noticed a bit of a turn of pace down the right hand side, and also across the front line as well, trying to get in behind the defenders. Is that a part of your game that you like to mix it up with a little bit as well?
Yeah, for sure. I think you know, someone like Feeney up top who's going to make a real nuisance of himself, and he locks the ball in and holds it. You know, he's looking for people like me and whoever else around to make runs off him. So I think it's important that we do that to help him, because he's fighting a big battle up there, and he does a great job for us. So, you know, he definitely needs that support. So, you know, when it does sort of go into the Feeney or whoever's up there, you know, I think it's important that people like me make them run through.
We weren't sure whether you'd be involved at all today. Not quite sure where you were at fitness-wise. So, how do you feel at the moment?
Yeah, I felt good. You know, at Blackpool, we were in pretty early for pre-season standards compared to a lot of other teams. So, you know, I've had a lot of training. Last few weeks, not so many games, so it did hit a point where I was a little bit like, oh. But no, I felt good. I feel good for it. You know, I think it can only do me the world of good. Only be sharper and fitter going in forward. So I'm glad that I got on so early and got the minutes in, and you know, lads can sort of build that relationship with me, and I can do that with them as well.